everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's Breeze's Saints going up against Rivers' Chargers. Will this be the final season of Charger football in San Diego? I know two guys that hope it's not. That's our commentary team of Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the New Orleans Saints and the San Diego Chargers. The return man now is Danny Woodhead. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. They'll come out in the pistol. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. This offense has talent, and certainly Keenan Allen, he has a lot of talent.
And he plays so hard each and every week. He's a guy who demands the football.
Second down following the run.
Single. Deep third. Set. 380. Hey. Watch the edge. Catch.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and all of a sudden here it's third down. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down. So on fourth down, here's Brad Nortman on to punt it away. Now this is fielded in the end zone. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Throwing on first down is Breeze. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
The headshots here of the offensive unit, and what about Brandon Cooks?
If he's not a 1,000-yard receiver every year he's healthy in the league, I'll be surprised. Came out of college wanting to be a pro, studied all the best receivers in the NFL before he even got to the league.
Now Breeze throwing on second down. They complete it to Hill. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
The insistence of speed at every position is really seen at the defensive end spot. These guys in the old days were often outside linebackers. They just pushed them forward because they wanted to play fast and get to the quarterback or the running backs quicker than ever before.
On 2nd down, here's Breeze. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. We'll step away and come back to San Diego after this. On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that 3rd down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a 1st down.
3rd time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on 3rd, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
Back to the running game. It's Ingram. And an alley to run. 20. And he's brought down after a good gain. After the penalty, it's Ingram. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 9 big yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And the ball carrier there, Mark Ingram, in his 6th season now with the Saints.
Yet to have a 1,000-yard season, but any guy who wins the Heisman Trophy, you know the potential's always there.
Yeah, but you're right. Yet to get to 1,000. Had 769 last year in 12 games. And they're definitely showing blitz here. Breeze to throw on 2nd down. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Corey Legion forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. And he fires one that's intercepted. Jatavis Brown picked it. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And now San Diego getting set to go. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
The defense came out with a look that they had prepped for all week to attack. They took advantage, got the first down.
And the key words in there, prep for all week. They really studied them, understood their tendencies, knew what they liked to do, and prepared their game plan accordingly. And boy, the payoff was good.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain down to about the 33. Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
2nd down, Rivers. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
And here are the defensive starters. In your old position, you get to talk about the secondary.
The best athletes on the field, Brandon.
Debatable.
Well, we'll see how this goes today. I love the way you put my guys down. But you know this. They've got to cover, and they have to tackle. They have a heck of a task in front of them in this game.
They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The tackle by the rookie, Joey Bosa. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And his throw here's incomplete. Brandon Coleman was the intended target. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. Now Breeze on 3rd down. And he locates Josh Hill, complete. A very solid gain of 27.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Breeze hands to Ingram. And he's going to be met at about the 43. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
From the gun, it's Breeze. It's Hill, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
On the counter, Ingram. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They come up with one back. That's Ingram. Breeze going to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. Defense sinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. Shotgun now for Breeze. Now Breeze lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry, and that'll make it 2nd and 10. Well, he just threw an interception last drive, nearly another pick.
And things aren't very even right now, are they? It's a little bit sloppy out there, isn't it? It's kind of the difference between driving on those paved roads and those country roads that have those potholes in them, isn't it? So that's the way this game's going right now. A lot of bouncy bounce to it.
You spent some time on some Tennessee country roads. This is caught at the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, San Diego. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. On the return, here's C.J. Spiller. Penalty marker is down here. Another pistol look here.
Ready.
Breeze gives it up to Ingram. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing that really impressed me about Joey Bosa is that he doesn't sacrifice the run game trying to get sacks. This guy really knows how to hold the point of attack, great leverage, and then goes and sheds people and makes plays.
And at 6'5", 270, just a monster.
Absolute monster with a really high motor.
And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Five yards to gain here on 3rd down. Here's Breeze to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
And definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line. And now San Diego getting set to go. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Back near his goal line, Rivers. And right side, Henry's got it. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
And that was a nice play by the defense. And it is tough to be an offensive lineman nowadays, especially if you're dealing with how the defensive tackles have evolved. Their quickness, their agility, their speed has changed the big guys in the middle, the center, and the offensive guards. Formerly, they were just power players. Now they have to be light on their feet as well to keep up with the speed of the defensive players.
And they talked about how important the passing game was going to be against that defensive look. Good job there going to the air for the first down.
It's all about preparation. It's all about planning. And then it's about execution. So put it all together in practice. Okay, this is what we think we're going to see. This is how they get to it. And then when the game comes, read it and attack it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, it's Rivers looking deep downfield. And that is incomplete. So pass interference on the defense. And Charles, this is a penalty we see all the time.
The offenses know what they're doing. They know how to create great matchups. And defenders, if you're not there in time, they will throw the flag.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a pickup of 14 there, and the Chargers are going to have a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Brad, wasn't that long ago that the guy playing that spot was an outside linebacker type of a guy. Now, as a defensive end, how about the speed that he used to get into the backfield and make the play?
One receiver left, that's Allen. Throwing, Rivers. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are going to add on to their... Lambo on for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. We'll step away and come back to San Diego after this. Breeze now on first down. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 10 there. And that leads to a New Orleans first down. On first and 10, here's Breeze. And it's incomplete. Looking to go back to Thomas again, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
And that's exactly why San Diego wanted to add Casey Hayward to their lineup. They saw him do it in Green Bay time and again. You just saw another pass batted away by him. He wasn't a first-round draft pick for the Packers, but flashed playmaking ability even as a rookie. And now the San Diego Chargers expect to see that time and time again in their secondary.
On second down, Ingram. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. So 3rd and 5, 3rd and medium here. Breeze now. On the screen, complete to Spiller. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. Here's Thomas Morstead now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at the 18. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Out comes the San Diego offense as they get set to see what they can do here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, it's caught inside the 25. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Hunter Henry out of the University of Arkansas was definitely the consensus top tight end in the 2016 draft. I thought he might sneak into the first round. He didn't. But I think that Phillip Rivers is really happy to have him in San Diego. They're already starting to make that connection.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. And it's 21-3. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here. Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Now a handoff to Ingram. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Breeze to throw on 3rd and 1. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. One receiver left. That's Allen. Following the interception here, Rivers. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
A 2nd down throw for Rivers. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It's the Saints' new acquisition from the Rams, Nick Fairley, in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. And the O-line will have to do a better job protecting here on 3rd down after that sack.
Alert, alert. 3 down.
Now Rivers. Under pressure, and they got to him again. C.J. Wilson in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Final play of the half, Rivers. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you across the country to Orlando, standing by there, Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On 2nd down, here's Breeze. He's got time. Thomas has got it. Complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Breeze now on 1st down. He's got time in the pocket. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. They complete it to Hill. And he's brought down. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. Breeze now on 1st down. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Brandon Coleman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup. And just like that, it's third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Short of the sticks after that completion, and now it's third down for this offense. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Throwing, Rivers. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. He'll field this at the 5. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put.
And now the rookie's free. Touchdown, New Orleans. Their big-bodied receiver with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Saints are back within a score. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take. Call it the 26-yard line. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. First down, Rivers. And this is going to be caught along the sideline. Nicely done, but right at the line of scrimmage.
All right, say it with me now. There are a lot of different words we come up with. Maybe we go back and forth after that play, getting his toes tapped down to make that catch. Crafty.
Yep. Wiley.
Oh, definitely.
All the veteran names.
You name it. Has every move in the book and continued to get better throughout his career so he can make that type of a catch.
And they'll go on the ground across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a third and about 5. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners, keep moving it, keep grinding clock.
Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
A handoff. It's Mark Ingram. Muscles him off. And he's brought down. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Well, after getting the ball in prime position to score after a fumble recovery, you think you're in a great spot. But the defense on the field is saying not so fast, and they've held firm on the first 2 plays.
Here's Breeze to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. Now Breeze throwing on. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints have retaken the lead. And he knocks it through. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will be fielded at the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now San Diego getting set to go. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. Changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
So this brings up a 2nd and 2. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And the D looking like they may blitz. Now a handoff here to his running back. And there's a flag on the field. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Offensive mistake pushes him back. Now it's 2nd and a little bit longer. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there. And it's 3rd down. They brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call. When Nick Fairley's on his game, he is your prototypical defensive tackle who can make disruptive plays. Great hands, really good quickness. How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
Here's the backup now, the former Badger, Melvin Gordon. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
Final minute now of the third quarter. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now Rivers. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make it third down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On third down, Rivers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Dontrell Inman, the intended target. And that'll bring up fourth down. So now on fourth down, on comes Josh Lambo and the field goal unit for the Chargers. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that'll bring him back within a point. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense, and over the post.
Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And we're back now in Mission Valley and San Diego. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. Fresh set of downs here. They'll try to run some clock with Ingram. And there's a flag on the play. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Thomas, the lone receiver, left. On 1st down, Breeze going for the deep ball. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. And they're going to bring him down. Back across midfield at the 45. And I know it's hard in live action, but you've got to keep your hands away from the face. That's a 15-yard penalty.
You work on it all the time, making sure your target area is lower and trying to keep your hands away from the face mask so you don't get the big penalty.
And the defense definitely showing blitz here. Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. They give him 15 more, and it's another 1st down. In his career, he has a spell of 10 straight seasons, 4,000 yards or more. Only quarterback to do that. We're seeing more of it here in this one.
We better not take it for granted, because what we're watching, it's vintage Drew Brees, but it still is excellent.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, It's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now it's Ingram. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Mark Ingram, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. And now San Diego getting set to go. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A good pickup there, a 22. And quickly, they get to the line. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Stevie Johnson, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense. But when you add to it that you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the 4th quarter, got to feel pretty good as a defense.
And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on 3rd down and 9. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here, and they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They've got to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
It's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
On 2nd down, here's Breeze. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. All the yards, completions, just another play that's a feather in the cap of the great career of Drew Brees.
And wasn't he supposed to be too small to be an effective quarterback in the NFL?
Yeah, how'd that work out?
Yeah, well, his footwork, I think, really sets him apart. Remember, he was a junior tennis champion, beat Andy Roddick, the future U.S. Open champion, back when they were in the juniors. I think that footwork really helps him be the great quarterback he is now.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
4 down. Ready, 5-8.
Ingram, he's been busy today. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
The Chargers trot out their dime package, expecting a throw on third down. From midfield, here's Breeze. He finds Coleman. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
That's so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Oh, look at Thomas wide open. It's a gain of 17 that time. And the Saints are going to get a first down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Defense showing blitz. This is Ingram. And they'll go backwards. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. And the offense behind the chains here, a touch on 2nd and 11. Breeze going to throw here. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They have the lead, still a one-possession game, but the defense got to stop. They've got the football now, just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is counting on from their offense. They did their job in a big way. You know they're over on the sidelines now starting to take their tape off, and, hey, we've done this thing. The offense has to put it.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Mark Ingram with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now San Diego getting set to go. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. One receiver left. That's Allen. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Ten yards still left on 2nd down. To throw is Rivers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. And you don't get many opportunities to dial them up. And they just did. And they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Dancing to his left. And now another one thrown incomplete.
All right, let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys, because the offensive guys always taught find the first down sticks and make the play. Well, on defense, what do you want to do? Guard the first down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. Down onto the field comes New Orleans. And
I'm tired of this in the kitchen. But how else am I gonna get it? 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 I put it in Javicia.